What are the type of substance which is given as an offering and why it is given as an offering? In the homam, there are many substances which are offered for different people, for different devatas and for the different impact of it. So I am going to talk about this today. First of all, in Ayurveda, there is a particular subject which is called as the Dravya Guna Vignan. The Dravya Guna Vignan talks about dravyas and their gunas and the impact it will happen in the human body. So that is the meaning of Dravya Guna Vignan. So the Dravya Guna Vignan is employed in the homa rituals and which has a varying level of impact depending on the purity of the substance. First of all, we will talk about the purity of the substance. You take ghee. There are many people who can't get what you call it as a natural ghee. Earlier, the ghees were easily available and people used to milk the cow and convert it into ghee across. Now, what you should understand it very clearly across is that ghee today is polluted across. You do not get a very good ghee. There are many ghees which are mixed with the dalda and it does not have such a level of impact. So the first and the foremost thing is, if you are doing havan, you should get a high quality ghee. Ghee is one of the most important substances which are used in the havan across or homam across. This ghee, if it is of good quality, it will cost you close to 2,000 rupees a kilo. Our real ghee will cost you 2,000 rupees a kilo, whereas there are ghees which are available for 250, 350 or even 400 depending on the quality of the ghee. So the first and the foremost thing is, why is ghee offered? Ghee has a multiplication effect. Suppose it can make life lot more sweeter. For example, you take the sambar rice, it is very, very hot, so you mix the ghee in that. Now what it tends to happen is, it tends to mitigate the what you call it, the hot pungent taste of the sambar and makes it very, very palatable across. So in the similar way, ghee is something which is like a mercury, can have a multiplication impact. And also the ghee has a good ghee as a consistency of the sperm. If you take the sperm and you do it, and it will have that same consistency like that of the ghee. So ghee is offered for multiplication impact into the homa. So this is the first substance which is used across. Now what are the other substances which are used across? Now we can say tamasic substances, rajasic substances, sattvic substances which can be used across. The sattvic substances are the herbs which are used in the homa. So you have to understand the sattvic substances are the herbs, natural growing herbs. That is why you have the 108 bag where all the different kinds of herbs are gathered together and put into the havan across. Now today also you can go and buy that 108 substances or 1008 substances or 540 substances. So this is the first thing which is shown across. The sattvic offerings are offered across. Then of course the rajasic offering are also offered across. The rajasic offering are the different food which are like cooked food, and basically rice is used for the offering. It is called as the havis. Of course, burning of the rice is very, very difficult across. Therefore, if you put it in the fire, it takes time and a lot of smoke gets done there. So you have to understand that the rice is used across. Now in the Agnihotra, the rice is mixed with the ghee and it is offered across as Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idannamama, Agniye Swishtakrite Swaha, Agniye Swishtakrite Idannamama. Like that, it is being offered across. So what you have to understand is the rice and the ghee will have multiplication impact into the people's life across. Now the other point of it is the third point of it is the tamasic offering. There are people like tantrics who offer blood, who offer sperm, who offer meat like chicken meat, buffalo meat, like the hen meat. Different kinds of meats are offered across. So any offering in the homa is differentiated as tamasic, rajasic and sattvic across. The sattvics are the mula and the rajasic are the cooked food, and the tamasic is the non-vegetarian item. Now why do they open the non-vegetarian item is because the antakarna gets connected with the black vortex, and for the lower astral world these things are given across as an offering. So that is the most important thing. Now if you take the herbs, now it has two levels of impact. The first is the physical impact, then is the psychic impact, then the overall the health impact is there as a person. And the cooked food also is used across for the sake of taste, which I will elaborate as we move along. So please understand that when you offer, it opens up the kind of black or the white vortex across. The other problem is the white vortex is liked by many people because it talks about positive event of growth, happiness, success, profit, marriage, childbirth, living long. I mean, you have vehicle, you have good health. Now the black vortex is mainly for death and for divorce and for a variety of negative things which are being used across. So tantrically, many people, for the black vortex to open up, they do the offering across. The other important point is, now when you offer, and there are also samitu. Samitu means that the wood is also put into it and offered across. Of course, there are different kinds of woods which are there as a person, and if you go to a shop, they can give you those kind of wood across. These days, the wood is not used across. The generally a tree is cut and we don't know the origin of the tree. We do not know the origin of the, we do not know what kind of the samitu is that they simply offer it. But basically, one of the important samitas that of the Arasa Samita. Arasa means the tree of kings, and it is used across. It is supposed to amplify a lot of things into people's life across. So please understand that there are 9 different. For example, Na Yuruvi is one of the samita which is there, and it is used for Ketu. For Rahu, there is a different substances are used. Now, whenever you are doing Saturn Homam or whenever you are doing the Pitru Homam, you have to use the black sesame seeds, because that helps to connect the energy into the lower astral vortex. So please understand that different substances are used across which produces a different kind of impact into people's life. Now, this is not understood by many people, and many people now, for example, for Shanmuga, you have to use Pancha Amrita, the 5 substances you have to use. For Bhadrakali, many people offer blood for opening the black vortex. It is correct across. So you have to understand what is the nature of the thing. Of course, there are Shat Karma Prayoga is there, which I will talk to you in one of the coming videos, and the kind of substance which is being used across. So please understand these aspects of the Homam before you move into it. Thank you.